You know, John, hit the button already and you hate being early for lives. You could always do what 4 or 5 Auto does and show up right at showtime. But you know the old saying, if you're on time, you're late, and if you're early, you're on time. Howdy, everyone. It's Fridays with Frank. You know what that means. We're going to get started nice and heavy here with the railroad segments because it's your railroad week here. Oh, yes. Real quick, Mike, KE0VIM is doing a Hellscriber on 14064. So if you have Hellscriber, go check out Mike and try and work him. He's not in the park, though, he says. So there you have it. All right, let me just reset this railroad segment here and get up on the microphone because Hollywood says I'm 30 dB too low. Your railroad term of the day, distributed power. And I was thinking about it, and I should have brought up an image ahead of time for this. But today's railroad term is distributed power, or DPU. That's when locomotives are placed not just at the front of the train, but in the middle of the train, on the rear, at the front and the rear, the middle and the rear, a whole variation of things. Oh, too high now. Okay. All right. So I brought it back down a little bit. We'll see how that does. Thank you. Um, they're controlled remotely from the lead locomotive. Hollywood, we'll get it worked out tomorrow. Don't worry. We'll get it worked out tomorrow. uh, DPUs are controlled from the lead locomotive, generally over 450, no, 450 megahertz, somewhere in there. I'd have to look up the frequencies. I actually don't remember them right now. The purpose isn't just more horsepower, it's about controlling the train better. Longer trains, having the power spread out, gives you an ability to reduce slack action. And we talked about slack action before. I think it was week 1 or week 2 that we talked about slack action, but I'll remind you here in a second. It improves braking performance and reduces stress on couplers. Now, slack action is where the couplers. Let's see, can I do this the right way, Frank? Okay. Slack action is where the couplers bounce back and forth inside each other. Too much of that, and you can have a pull apart, or too much force together, and you can snap them. There's a whole thing with slack action. Yeah, the inchworm effect. So Jason knows what's up over here. Cyber Jason does. So there you go. Inchworm effect, absolutely. Uh, it also helps on grades, especially when climbing or descending. On the way up, you need more power shoving on the rear of the train, and on the way down, you need the power on the rear shoving and the head end bunching back up on brakes. So when you see locomotives in the middle of a train, they're not dead. They're generally working, although it's back and forth as to what they can be like. So there you have it. Yeah, that fun little bonus I have written down here. That mid-train unit isn't lost. It knows exactly what it's doing, and it's all computer controlled. Let me actually see if I have a quick picture here uh, of mid-trains that I can show y'all. You would think that I would have this stuff ready ahead of time, but I wasn't fully thinking about that beforehand. I was listening to an online SDR and doing a few other things. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. Let's see. Bring this image up. Come on. There we go. And then go over to screen share and bottom right. So you'll notice here there's one little locomotive in the right down here, and then there's 3 of them up here. Well, this is the head end, and they're pulling a little bit, but this lone engine down here on the rear is doing a lot of the grunt work and is pushing, and that is the rear DPU. This train on that day did not have any mid train, so there was just one lone rear DPU on that train. So that is your railroad term of the day. Let's get that killed out of there. Now, your railroad myth of the day, and this one I love. Engineers steer trains. Yeah, we have a steering wheel up there. No. No, no, no. We do not have a steering wheel. That is primarily a European thing, and it doesn't physically steer the train. It's an accelerate, decelerate wheel. That's how they do it there. But trains don't steer like cars. We should all know this, I would hope. They're on a set of rails. They can only go one way. So, no need for a steering wheel. The rails, of course, guide the wheels, and we just give it the throttle or give it the brake. That's about all it does. The route's determined by track alignment, switches, and whatnot, which are controlled by your dispatcher, whoever that may be at the point in time of your train. If a switch is lined a certain way, that's the direction the train will go. The wheels follow the rails. If it's on a diverging movement, that's what we call it, go from one track to another. That's the way they're going to go. Engineers manage power, braking, and safe operation, but rails decide the path. So, no, trains of any sort, especially here in the U.S., do not have a steering wheel. There's your railroad myth of the week. Now, another great one, of course. Well, I think all my segments are great, so just, tell me in chat if you don't like these, please, because I love the feedback. Let's see here. Well, Mark says, I still think locomotives should have steering wheels in the porta-johns in case you need to control things in the head. Well, see, that's the funny thing about it, Mark. We don't. If you have to use the head end, we're usually stopped. So, can trains be taken over by aliens or hackers? No. So, yes, they are computer controlled to a degree, but like airlines, you gotta bring in a floppy disk in order to update those computers. They're very, they do have GPS lock, but they're very strict about updates and whatnot. But why your train was delayed? Yard congestion. Very, very common delay reason is yard congestion. When trains are being built, broken apart, and organized, sometimes there's not enough room in the yard these days to move multiple trains around at once. If the yard's full, switching crews are busy, or the outbound tracks are occupied, and this goes for Amtrak too. They have yards and they have ways of doing things in Amtrak yards as well. Trains may have to wait outside terminal to get in, get turned around, and all of that sort of stuff. And real quick, where is she? There she is. Good evening, Miss Anime. Good to see you in there. Freight railroads, of course, are a network. If one part gets backed up for long enough, it can ripple outwards. From the outside, it looks like trains are just parked. They're not. They're actually waiting for something to happen in the yard or something to happen at the next terminal. Needles, California is a great one. Needles is a fuel stop and a crew change point. And we will sit an hour outside of Needles for like 5 or 6 hours just waiting to get in to get relieved as a crew base. And that's just switching trains out. That's nothing too difficult. But congestion happens. And that's why your train might have been delayed. There's lots and lots of moving parts. Here's a new one. This is a newer topic, relatively newer, and it gets tricky sometimes. Your safety minute. Drones near tracks. A nice quick safety reminder about this. railroads are considered critical infrastructure. We're akin to international airports, refineries, that sort of stuff. Not quite naval bases, but you get the idea. Flying drones too close to active tracks, yard bridges can create some safety concerns in the extra paranoid people's minds. And if you fly them in the wrong areas, like tracks along near a Navy base, you could run into some legal issues. So, you know, you got to be careful with where you fly your drones. Of course, trains can't dodge drones. Bridges and signals aren't quite stuff you want to crash into either. It's you take the train versus car thing. 400,000 pounds versus 80,000 pounds. Who's going to win there, right? Okay. Well, shrink that 80,000 pounds down to a pound, right? Who's going to win, 400K or 1 pound? There. So if you're filming trains, stay clear of active operations. There have been a lot of times when John, really? No, my brain farted. That or squeaky chair? Squeaky chair. Yeah, okay. If you're filming trains, stay clear of active operations. There have been couple times here where like Big Boy or 844 have been out and about, and someone has lost their drone because they flew it too close to the steam engine. Big clouds of steam going up. Your drone gets all confused. You get confused, and next thing you know, your drone's sitting on top of the train, and the rail crews have to figure out. They retrieve it, and then they reach out on social media and go, "Hey, whoever lost their drone flying too close to us, you can let us know by emailing us," type thing. Of course, respect private property, but there's the whole airspace thing. So follow FAA guidelines. That's the big thing. And of course, don't distract the crews. Don't distract us, because our job is to get from point A to point B safely, or do the work safely, or get things done safely. Safe rail fanning keeps everybody happy. So with that, that's our segments for the week. And now, I think I heard a Boondock Echo.
Did I hear Boondock Echo? Did I hear Boondock Echo?
I think I heard Boondock Echo. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Frank, how you doing?
Yes, guys. Mark was lurking in the back room the whole time.
I like to lurk.
Yes.
Frank, I'm pretty good. I came from the third day of CERT training, Community Emergency Response Team training. And today was a practical where we pretended that we had to, go and search a building and take out all these, injured people and all that. It was pretty good training. I think it's safe to say that if ever a big event happens and they say, let's call Mark. We need Mark's help. Then the country's basically lost. If it ever comes down to that, just go ahead and drink the cyanide laced Kool Aid. Because the only person that's going to show up later to a tragedy than me is a comedian. That's just the way it is.
That
But,
that is how it is sometimes. And
but
apparently, you owe Hollywood new speakers.
Mark just destroyed my speakers. I don't have,
Apparently,
I
I'm
don't,
too soft and you came in too hot.
I don't even see where it's gives me options to change my microphone settings here, Hollywood. I
It,
don't know.
it's that little gear icon at the bottom. Not your first time in this setup.
No, but I see the gear icon and I see where it says, which headset to choose, but I don't see an audio setting available to me. Um,
That's interesting.
so that's
Okay.
okay. But I wanted to share something with people.
Yes.
Just because every time I do something like this, I get something. Flashlight, right? It's your typical
That's
double A sized flashlight, and this one's a pretty decent one. It's got different light modes. It's very bright. But this is the cool thing. The it takes double A batteries. And if you didn't know this, like I didn't know this, those batteries now can have USB-C chargers built right into them.
I don't have them, but Mike over at Ham Radio Tube, your Saturday Night Nemesis, he has a ton of those.
Yeah, but I think that's really cool because then you can, save the earth, have something rechargeable, or if if that thing's dead and you have no ability to recharge it, just throw in a double A. So
Yeah.
it's my little tip of the week. So
Oh, so apparently Mark is perfect. It's me that's minus 25 dB. He'll vacuum up the black confetti. Okay.
suck it, Hollywood. I really do love that
Oh,
every
John's
time
John's funny. Press Alt 4 for audio. Alt F4 for audio level. Don't do that.
I love that every week, Frank, we spend the first 30 minutes setting your audio levels. I don't know how that is. I don't know why that is, but it's great. I don't
What
know if it's a gag, but it's good.
I don't know what it is because on the Windows machine I leave everything alone. On the mixer I either have the fader up like it is or I have it down to zero. We're silent. I it's one or the other. It's never, I mean, I can get unless this microphone is half off again. No, it's on. Yeah, we spend a lot of time working on it. But we're not
We
here for
do.
that today. If let's, hold on. Yeah, the gain's turned all the way up there.
What are we here for, Frank? Is it for the mark is a firefighter sticker?
Oh, hold on. Let me embiggen you. Got to select the right source. There we go.
Are we here for this?
Maybe.
Are we here for the Boondock Echo sales brochure for fire departments? Hot off the presses. My team hasn't even seen this because it came in via FedEx 5 minutes before showtime.
So that
So
is literally an exclusive here on Ham Radio
this is
Wilderness.
nobody has seen this yet. So I haven't even finished. I mean, God, I hope there's no spelling issues at this point, but I haven't really had a chance to just sit down and examine it. So yeah, Ham Radio Wilderness exclusive. So
Yes.
here's what you got tonight, guys. You got the 3 tips from Frank about railroads. You got the flashlight tip. This is a pretty decent one. I can't read that. But the battery thing's the cool part. You've got stickers and you've got the Boondock Echo brochure, and you're only going to get that on Ham Radio Tube. No, that's not right. You're only going to get that on Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank. What you get on Ham Radio Tube is, I don't know,
He,
probably
he
a
he doesn't know
computer
how to do
virus.
APRS. That's what you get,
This is true, but it's funny at this point.
right? So what you're really here for today, Mark, is we're finally doing this magic little box here.
Boondock Echo. Okay, let me
So,
give some people some updates about Boondock.
well,
Um,
as I open this, tell people because there are a couple new people in chat that may not know what Boondock Echo is. They've been away from keyboard for a while. So, what's Boondock Echo?
Boondock Echo is a device that allows you to connect to any radio's audio source to record, transcribe, and act on keywords. For our commercial partners, it also allows you to generate reports very quickly and easily. So you can hook this up to your radio, and if somebody says your call sign name, we're going to notice it and then send you an email or an SMS or do an IFTTT message. So you could have all your radio traffic for a contest um, thrown into IFTTT, and it'll spit it out in say like a Microsoft Excel sheet for you. We never built auto log because we haven't had spare time and nobody's paid us to do it yet. But you could even do something like that with it. But there's news. So January 8th ish, we got our first quarter million investment, which allowed me to go full time, which is huge. Um,
Well,
I've already blown it all in Vegas, but what are you going to do?
let's see.
But it's also allowed us to hire a few other people. So we have a new firmware programmer in addition to KC. This week we hired our first sales guy and someone who's going to be helping us with the marketing and sales with filling the top of the funnel. So what that means for customers is hopefully a heck of a lot faster turnaround on bug reports and feature requests, and all that sort of fun stuff. So, yeah.
Digging through the drawer USBs to find the right one.
Yep, you need
And
a micro USB, Frank.
and I'm actually cool. I have all the same USB type cables bundled together. So I just had to look for the
Nice.
bundle of micros and I'm good.
SparkFun makes a pretty cool little USB octopus. So USB A on one side or USB C on one side,
Right.
and then you've got the mini, the micro, the regular, and the USB C on the other, which is pretty neat.
All right. So talk about the upgrades that are possible for Boondock.
Sure. So right now, the team is working on Tango, which is a variant of Echo. The difference between Echo and Tango is Echo can transmit. That's it. Um, Tango is receive only, Echo is receive and transmit. The team's working on that because the software is a little simpler since you don't have that transmit function. You can schedule playback, you can, I mean, do all sorts of fun stuff. Anyhow, what we're doing is improving the resiliency of the software. We are making it easier to set your audio levels so you get good transcriptions. I don't know if you've seen or what might be a good analogy here, but if you've got say 16 bits of audio level to play with and all of your audio level falls within like the first six, you're leaving a lot of stuff left over. And when you do that, your transcriptions aren't as good. So one of the things we've created is a visual um, just a visual indication for people so that they can set their audio levels a little more appropriately and get better transcriptions. Something else that we're doing for people, and we're kind of in the middle of it now, is upgrading everybody's transcription capabilities. We can give you anywhere between 84% accuracy, so 16% word error rate, and 99% accuracy, so like 1% word error rate. However, there's costs. The higher the accuracy, the longer it takes, and the more processing power we have to throw towards it, sometimes even training individual models, which is fine for a commercial user. But for ham users, it's not great.
Right.
Um, so we're going to put everybody through a different system. So right now, we've been running our own server farms. And we keep it, Casey keeps expanding them, Casey keeps building them. And I really don't want to speak out of turn for when that's going to happen for the Echoes, but we hope by the end of the month that the latest, greatest firmware will drop for the Echo, and the Tango is in the process of dropping down. We're doing a phased rollout to some of our customers and looking for errors.
Well, considering it's taken how long just to get you on stream for this to get this done, yeah, Casey is very, very busy.
But remember, Casey, I'm full time. Casey isn't. Casey's got another job.
Right.
So that's why we went out and we was like, we can't just keep doing this. We had to hire another firmware engineer.
Absolutely. All right,
So
let's see. I think it's better on the other screen here that I have set up. Let's see. Is this. Come on, are you going to flip over? Of course, my thing's not going to flip over. Let's see. Try this. No. Right idea, wrong screen, but we'll move this over. All right, so I have done nothing. You're going to guide me through this. I literally have. Let me actually add the. Oh, hold on a second. Uh, video. Yeah, video, audio capture should be working. Okay, say something.
okay, I
Okay,
was just
yes.
on
Oh,
market them.
okay. So you froze
Uh-oh.
up there. I don't know if it was my end or your end.
Oh, okay. But that's okay. Um, so where would you like to begin?
Well, considering I haven't put the SD card in and I have never plugged it in yet, we need to start
Okay.
there, I think, right?
Then let's start there. You created an account, it looks like.
Yes.
Wonderful. So the next thing that you're going to do is put the SD card in, And then we're going to plug in the middle port, or the port closest to the SD card,
Okay.
just in case we need to troubleshoot.
All right. SD card in, and make sure the cable goes the right way.
And what you're going to do next is pull out your phone or pull out your computer. Well, let's not use your computer since you're streaming. Let's use your phone. And you're going to look for the Boondock Echo access point.
Yeah, good idea to use the phone. And I would screen share this, but I don't want everybody seeing all the secret Frank networks.
You know, if you're able, it's probably a good idea to put all your IoT stuff on a different uh, VLAN.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I have. Why try to count? I have one, two, three, four, five different networks.
That's a few too many.
Well, one of them's Arden.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, never mind.
Then so Arden guest, backup internet, main internet, and a Wi-Fi extender of it. Let me
Are
turn
these different routers or are these different VLANs? Are these
different.
different Wi-Fi names?
Yeah.
Do they connect to different IP ranges and
Yeah.
they're isolated from one another on
Yeah.
the back end? Okay, cool. What are you using?
Most of
Ubiquity.
most of it's Apple, because I'm Apple everything, almost.
Okay, cool.
All right. So first hurdle: no Boondock Echo Wi-Fi access point.
Oh no. Are there lights on your Boondock Echo?
Let's see.
There are. They're
Yeah,
flashing. Perfect.
it's all reds.
Okay. But when you look for Wi-Fi, you don't see Boondock. Let's just refresh it.
Oh, I've turned it
Maybe
on
we
and off once. I'll turn it on and off again. I may have
turn
to
on,
screen share this.
turn what off
My
and on.
my Wi-Fi on my phone.
Hmm.
That's how you refresh on iPhone.
Got it. Are you using, is this 2.4, 5 point slash 5G?
Yep.
Okay. We should see it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to screen share my phone. It's fine.
Okay.
No one's gonna see critical information. It's just
If not, Frank, there's two other ways we can do this.
all right. Let me pull in my iPhone. Oh yeah, there's the iPhone. Okay. All right. Let me make it full screen and then shrink it back down.
Okay, but the issue is if you're screen sharing, you're sorry, I'm gonna mute because the
Oh yeah,
dog.
that's fine.
Echo. Shh. Shh.
So here's my Wi-Fi. If I turn it off, well, that might disrupt the screen share for a second here. Yep, it disrupted the screen share and brings it back. Those are all my Wi-Fi networks right there. You see you're still muted.
Scroll down to where it says other and click other, and let's see if it shows up. And if not, there's two other ways we can do this.
This is what you
Nope.
do when you get other. You join Wi-Fi
Eh,
network.
no worries. Go ahead and stop sharing your screen.
Okay.
We're going to go about this a different way. Do you have a micro SD card reader?
I do. Yeah. It's
Okay,
half buried.
that
Hold on. While
that
I'm
will be
at
way
it,
two.
Tom, I have not forgotten about what I promised you. We will get to that. I know I said at the beginning, but things changed a little bit.
Ooh, I wonder what Tom wants to know. All right, while Frank is looking for things, are there any questions about what Boondock Echo is, or maybe if you haven't already, go check out some of the silly content that we've been posting lately. We're trying to attract firefighters, but some of it's just good old fashioned silliness.
All
Getting
right. So I have my card reader out. Take the micro SD out and put it into
you
Big
got
SD.
it, you got it, and you can do it off screen so you don't share your. Well, it's up to you whether or not you want to share your access point. I wouldn't recommend it, but you are going to open and look for something called network.json
All
and
right.
open
Give
it with a
me
text editor.
first. I have. So you have to remember, my computer for some reason has been struggling the last week, so I'm running a little slower than normal today. All right. So
It's
which
almost.
folder is it in? Inbox, outbox, queue, system, trash, or web?
It should be in the root folder.
This is that's super small for y'all, but hold on. I'll get you fixed up here, Mark. This is everything in the root folder.
Let's go into system, see if Casey moved it there.
Folder is
Folder is
empty.
empty. Interesting. Okay, go back to USB. Just delete everything. Kill it all. Kill it dead, Frank.
Oh boy, we're risking it for the biscuit here.
Nah, it's fine. It'll regenerate everything.
All right, let me
And
just
then,
refresh to make sure it's all. Yep. Okay. Let me close that.
okay, and then you're going to take that micro SD and put it back into the Boondock Echo
Oh, I'm on
and
the wrong
restart it.
screen now. There we go. All right, so let me unplug the Boondock Echo. Put the SD card back in, and then the slot closest to the SD card.
Yeah. So the slot closest to the SD card is data, and the one furthest away is just power. So the middle one is data and power. The other one's
Ah,
just
now we're
power.
flashing white in sequence, and now it's all red.
Okay, let's try the access point thing again real quick just to see if we get
Okay.
lucky. It could have just been a um, malformed file structure on the SD card.
Now, you did say something here that piqued my curiosity. You said the middle port is power and data. Do I need to be plugged into just power, or should I be plugged into an actual data port?
Well, if we're going to troubleshoot, we're going to want data. What did you plug it into? Did you plug it into a wall wart USB? Frank, Frank,
Just the standard.
you don't know where that's been.
No, it's actually the third plug on the USB power strip that I have that plugs into the computer.
Okay, that's so it's a USB.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we
Okay.
need it, that's just
Okay.
another way we can go.
Well, this one's just power only that I'm plugged into right now. Yeah, still no. Here, let me bring up screen share again. Start broadcast. Great. Flip back over to Wi-Fi, and yeah, there's no Boondock here.
Nothing. Okay, that's fine, Frank. We're going to assume that maybe the firmware wasn't loaded properly, and we're just going to upload new firmware and see if that fixes it.
Okay.
So you do have access to serial ports from what it's plugged into now, right? It's not just power, it's power and data going into your computer.
Right now it's just power, but give me 5 seconds to undo this, and I can be into an actual USB port.
Cool.
I just need a longer cable. That's all, and not get it all.
Hollywood says, is it a hidden file? And the answer is no, it's not a hidden file. Um, so we load a first firmware on the device that is enough to give it a access point, so you can put it on Wi-Fi, and then it goes and it downloads the latest firmware. But if something happened, or I mean, who knows? Um, sometimes things don't copyright or whatever. So what we're going to do is just download the latest firmware. And then when the next firmware comes out, Frank's going to be that much closer to remembering how to upgrade. Is Frank frozen? Am I frozen? Frank's not moving. Frank, where did Frank go? Where's Frank? Nope, that didn't do it. Okay, let's try it again. Where's Frank? Hmm. That works with like my 3-year-old.
Okay.
Gosh,
Am I
I
back?
do
Can
not
you hear
I do
me?
not know.
Can you hear me
All
now?
right, we're just gonna keep riffing.
Can
This
you
is
hear
my
me?
stream now.
Oh, no. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Once.
Oh no.
Wait. No, it's just too bright. I can't do it. I need to bring the room lights down. I can't
Can
go
can
slower.
you hear
Jeez.
me?
What else could we do while we wait for Frank?
Oh
Um,
no.
Frozen in time, like Luke in Star Wars. That he is Hollywood. That he is. I think what happened was when he plugged in his USB, he scrambled stuff. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
All
It
right,
happens
can
to
you hear
Mike a
me?
lot. You are on the wrong mic, but we can hear you again, Frank.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, something happened and the USB got scrambled.
That's okay, Frank. What do you want to do? Do you want me to just keep telling jokes? I could do that. They're not going
Yeah,
to be good jokes.
tell jokes for a minute while I pull this back together.
Okay. Let's see. We got to keep it clean. Okay, I've got one for you. A priest and a rabbit walk into the bar. The rabbit says, "I think I'm a typo." Right? Because it's supposed to be a rabbi. You thought I was going somewhere else with it. I did not. Um,
You're
Theirs
gonna
is only a
lose me
test.
completely for just a second here, Mark.
We're going to lose. Oh, we completely lost Frank. All right. Back in the old west, there was gunfights. Gunfighters, people trying to make names for themselves. And one day, this gunfighter walked up behind Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday was sitting there playing poker with his friends,
Okay.
and he kind of senses the gunfighter coming up behind him. And Frank, am I frozen?
No, you're I no, I think you should
Okay.
be good
So
still.
Doc Holliday feels this gunfighter coming up behind him, and he kind of gets where he gets his hand on his gun, and
Oh yeah, no, you
says to
are frozen on my side. Hold on. You're still audio good. I just
okay, then I'm going to keep telling jokes.
yeah.
So Doc Holliday says, "Something I can help you with, young man." You know, Young man reaches for his gun and says, "Oh golly gee, Doc Holliday, I'm just so happy to see you, man. It's just been a dream of mine to always. I've always been a huge fan of yours. I was wondering if maybe I could you could teach me a couple things about shooting and gunfighting. You're just the best, Doc Holliday." And Doc says, "Well, yes, young man, let's see what you got." So quick as anything, the young man flips out his gun and he pulls a shot and he takes the cufflink off the piano player's left hand. All right.
So
That's
I'm
pretty good, young man.
I think I'm mostly back. I'll let you finish. I'm trying to get you unfrozen on stream.
All right. So then Doc Hollywood says, "Well, that's pretty good. But can you do it again?" So quick as anything, that gun comes out, shoots the cufflink off the piano player's right hand, and then the gun's back in his holster like it never even left. Man, this kid was fast, he was smooth, he was accurate. Doc Holliday was impressed. And the young man says,
Oh, I just killed Mark. Hold on, Mark. Okay.
I think
Now you're
said,
back.
"Yeah, I think I've got a couple tips for you, young man. I think I could teach you a thing or two." So the first thing you're going to want to do, I notice a burr down on the end of your gun out near the sight, and what that's going to do when you draw is that's going to slow you down. It's going to catch, and it could throw off your aim ever so slightly, and that could mean all the difference. So you should go over to the gunsmiths and have them file that burr down. So the young man's like, "Oh golly gee, Doc Holliday, that's just fabulous. That is great. Oh man, I'm going to go do that right now." And he starts heading out the door. He says, but wait, you said there was two things." I said, "Yeah, that's right. That's right." Second thing I think you should do is go to the general store and have old Bill there take your gun and dip your entire gun in bear grease, the whole thing, top to bottom, get it good and greased up. And the young man's like, well, well, Doc, I'll surely go do it. I don't want to question you, but at the risk of being disrespectful, do you mind if I ask why? Sure, young man. The piano player over there. His name's Wyatt Earp. And just as soon as he finishes playing that song, he's going to shove that gun right up your ass.
Ooh, okay. I wasn't sure where you going with that one, but okay. All right. I have everything back together. I plugged it into a port that's not going to kill the computer because we're still up and operational here. Technician has a question though. How did you say you were working to attract firefighters?
Sure. So let's talk about what we can do for firefighters. With our commercial grade transcription, we just sit there and we sit on the transmit on whatever channels they're transmitting on. And we sit there and we ingest and we create all of their speech to text, right? All of their transcriptions. Then when they're done with the call, they can go and they can select when, whichever messages are appropriate for that call, generate a report, package them, send them out. It takes 60 seconds at the most if you're slow at it. So you can generate these after action reports in no time at all. So if you get a Freedom of Information Act request, a FOIA, you get discovery from, kind of the same thing, from lawyers. We can generate those reports so they can get back to the hero stuff. So we're going to email them. We're going to mail them. We're going to make videos. But if you have other suggestions on how to get firefighters' attention, we're trying to save them time so they can get back to the hero stuff. 83% of what firefighters do these days is medical calls and lift assists type stuff, very little firefighting. But man, the paperwork demands have gone up. So we help them with those.
All right. So I have plugged in the cable to the USB hub, and the Boondock Echo is plugged into the computer.
Outstanding. You are going to, on the Boondock Echo webpage,
Yes.
scroll down on the left hand side until you see update firmware.
All right.
And you're going to use Echo, is that
Stable.
August 2024?
Yep. Connect. Let's see. Must be standard COM port 9 because I don't reckon. Hold on. Let me just device manager this real quick.
Sure.
You guys get to see Frank do his thing live, sort
And
of.
we may or may not have to install a serial port driver for you if you don't have it.
That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't want to use COM 9. I want to use COM 8, but it's showing an error message.
What's it showing?
Just the standard yield sign. This device cannot start code 10 insufficient system resources. It says to complete the API.
Insufficient system resources. Okay, let's try to upload the firmware and see what happens. This could be an issue with the USB hub.
Right.
But go ahead and hit connect, or
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
making sure I. Okay, failed to execute open on serial port. Failed to open serial port.
Do you have the ability to plug the Boondock Echo directly into your computer and bypass this hub that took the whole stream down minutes ago? I think we should keep plugging and unplugging things to that.
The Boondock Echo being plugged in directly to the main system is what caused the whole freeze to begin with. Hold on a
Okay,
second.
so
Hold on though. Let me. I might be able to. This can be interesting.
okay,
We're gonna lose the overhead camera though.
that's okay. We're okay with that, aren't we, team?
Here goes nothing. If I freeze up again, you know why.
Hollywood says our technicians are working hard on the problem. Restoration times may be
Oh,
slightly extended. If you'd like to download our app, please do so. This is a
okay.
recording.
This time I didn't freeze up, so I had too much plugged into the USB. But now I'm connected uh directly to the computer. Let me bring up Device Manager again because apparently that closed out on me.
Is anyone still here? I don't know, Hollywood. I do not know. I have no idea how our numbers are looking tonight. I like to think that people come just to see me.
No, they
I
they
just
like
don't know that it's true.
no Mark. They like to see me screwing up all the time. That's what it is.
I don't know, buddy. I do enjoy our first 30 minutes setting your audio each day.
Okay,
Everyone
so
should like and subscribe if they haven't already.
right. Let's see here. Jason says, I swear, Frank sets his mic channel up based on recommendations on how to set drummer's vocal mic. Cyber Jason, tomorrow after the coffee break net, Hollywood and I are hopping into the equivalent of a Zoom session and we're working all of this out. So next week should be no problems at all. Okay, so COM8 no longer has an issue to it in Device Manager. So let's try
What?
this again. Oh, and it shows paired this time on the Boondock Echo. So let's hit connect. Device dashboard. Install or logs in console.
Install. You know, it occurs to me
Erase
that
device.
yeah, go for it. It's there's nothing on it. It occurs to me that many of our issues, if not all of our issues, could be attributed to insufficient power to the Boondock Echo, and it only needs 110 milliamps.
That's not a lot of power.
I know. Disasters are always much more entertaining, aren't they? Though, isn't it fun watching other people suffer? There's
Right.
something about it that's just makes me all tingly. Um, I'm waiting to see how big the sandwich is for Frank tonight. Last night it was a big as your head size sandwich. It is this big. I brought Frank a sandwich.
But I don't like grape. I guess I'll have to deal with it.
That's what you sound like right there.
Right? like a little 5-year-old. Daddy, I don't like grape. I don't want grape. Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's another quick joke while we're waiting for that to run. And I think it was from, might have been one on Scrubs, but like the sad sack lawyer guy
Oh yeah,
comes
Ted.
in and he's like, my mother still cuts the crust off my sandwich. And they're like, what's wrong with that? He's like, the crust is my favorite part. So
Yeah. And
it was huge.
Sean, it actually wasn't as big. So it was only English muffin size. It was two English muffins side by side. And funny enough, my family was watching. They somehow they're all subscribed to me on their individual accounts, but they it somehow popped up. My mom likes watching YouTube on her big screen TV, and it went from a video she was watching, and automatically the next thing up was my live stream.
Hmm.
So they were watching. Yeah, they were watching the whole time. And Jason, I know it's a great ribbon. I next week audio's going to be perfect, and Mark's still going to be like, "You're too silent." All
Yeah, every
right.
time. Okay, installation complete. Perfect. Go ahead and click OK. It should reset. Go to hit logs and console. Stay right there. Hit logs and console. So this screen gives you information about the Boondock state, right?
Okay.
So I don't expect it to be on Wi-Fi because we haven't set that up, but it will show you here what the settings are and you can change settings. So one of the things that you can do, and I'm going to
Oh. Guess who has a
access point.
Wi-Fi point called Boondock Echo?
Yeah. So probably what happened was so we sent these things overseas for programming, the initial programming
Right.
and assembly and everything. So probably they just unplugged it before it finished, right?
That would do
So,
it.
but one of the ways that you can do it is typing these commands, and I'm going to make some up right now.
Mark is awesome. .sh. That would be a great command.
So,
Oh,
hi, Mark.
you're literally putting them in chat.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know what your things are. So you would have to adjust, right? So the way that you could know like what these passwords are or what available commands are is you can type help
Oh, let's just type help.
and it will tell you that you have the ability to do SSID, SSID1, SSID2. So you can have multiple Wi-Fi set up and it'll just roll over until it finds one that works.
Oh, let me. Oh, jeez. Now my brain is. Now my brain went. Wait, what are all my passwords ever? I know one, and I don't want it on that network. So let me switch over here on my phone. Here we go. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. So let me move this off screen so y'all don't see my stuff. So I
Hi, Jason Tetlow.
that's
Hi,
Cyber
Sean
Jason.
Tech. Hi, Sean Technician.
So SSID, and then I just put in the name of it,
Choo choo, 1 2 3 4.
and
I'm a
then
train.
and then SSID, and then password. All right. So I put in. Let me bring this back over here. So what I did is I'll just SSID one for example. I put it in the main one, but SSID one. I hit enter, and then I put in my network, and then password one, my password, and that should bring it up.
Yeah, so okay, so let me clarify here. So you would use SSID. So, whoops, that should not have a space, but you would either use the commands SSID with your SSID, password with your password, or you would do SSID1, password. So each one of those is like the separate grouping of things. Does that make
That
sense?
Yeah, that is showing up, but it is small. Hold on. Let me go. No, I didn't want to highlight stuff. I want to be down on this screen. Thank you. We're gonna cover markup for a second here,
No,
and me. We both
I'm
get covered.
melting,
So,
melting.
so this is how it should be set up right here. SSD ID one space my network name.
You already did SSID.
I may have done it wrong, but this is
Just
how.
right over it. Just right over it. So do SSID first. That's going to be the first, yeah, SSID space Frank's
Okay.
stuff.
So I did do it wrong. So let me go back into my information.
We can always fix the file if we need to.
Okay, let me make sure it didn't do anything. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here now.
Okay, so it looks like you put them in. So type in restart and let's watch the things and we'll see if we did it right. It's picked up an IP address. It can see DNS, so it is working. And right now it is downloading all of the files, the latest files that it needs.
Ah, there it is, the ESP32 on my network now.
Yep. So this will probably be our last ESP32 Wi-Fi build for a while.
Oh,
We're gonna move into.
Mark got dark.
I did. You want to know why?
Your power went out? No, I'm
So
joking.
I can do this.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's too bright. I can't do ghost stories if it's just gonna wash me out. Okay, I thought that would be fun. Scary
Oh,
stories we tell at night, but I can't. Room
you
lights
gave it
back on.
you gave it a college try.
I did. The flashlight's just too good.
Oh, no wonder why it was not. behaving properly. The crop pad wasn't turned on.
Oh, you got to turn on the crop pad. What is this,
Right.
amateur hour?
Mark, with me, it is Fridays with Frank, so
Okay, Nightbot said solar flare karaoke. What does that mean?
so Technoshon put in Cards Against Humanity White 3. So first he put in Call Black 2, so Cards Against Humanity. You know that game, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I have it set up, and it's in my Discord, pinned in live stream as well, where you have certain Cards Against Humanity type games you can play while I'm live. And Sean's loving them. He does Car Black 2, and it came back with my new stream intro features, and then he said the white card, and the response is Solar Flare Karaoke.
And this is fun.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
trying to
now that
make
I know how to
chat
have
and
fun.
stream as interactive as I can, especially for the overnight live streams. You can just
I
drop
like it.
these commands and be interactive with each other and chat when I'm not around.
Love it. Okay. Is it still downloading or is it
Yes,
done?
it's
Okay.
still downloading.
So let's go over to boondockecho.com for a moment. And
Get my mouse back up here.
as soon as it's done downloading, we're going to look for a.
Of course, it wants me to log back in. Don't
You
worry,
got to log back in.
all my stuff's hidden. So there we go. All right, it still wants me to configure.
Yeah. So what we have right now is an account, and we've got a Boondock.
Right.
The Boondock just showed up on our network. The account is on our network. They are in no way connected right now. So we have to connect them. Like
Okay.
ET, it needs to phone home.
Yes. We must phone home.
So we're going to let it finish downloading its files, and then that's the next thing that we're going to do.
Okay. While we do that, then, and I'll keep that open so that we can keep an eye on it, sort of. Let me bring up. I promised Tom I would do this at the start of the stream, and I completely forgot to do it.
What did you promise, Tom? Did Tom super chat you? Has anybody super chatted you? Why
No,
aren't
no,
people super chatting you?
no one has super chatted me yet. So at least
Ever?
no, Jason did it the very first day. Cyber Jason did, but no one has done that yet. But folks, memberships are open. So are super chats and all of that. Actually, just for giggles, in the last 45 minutes here, I'm gonna set a goal if it will let me. Oh right, I have to do that. I have to do that on studio side. I can't do that here. So I'm gonna set a goal. Uh, one super chat, all the colors. So it can be anything. And I'm going to set it for 1 hour because that's basically what we're going to be around for. All right, goal started. You don't have to. No pressure. Trust me, no pressure. But Mark and Colin and a few others, like Jason here, are first day founders. So they get all the privileges of being there on the first day. Anyway,
I was number one.
yes, you
Take
were.
that, Andy Cowley.
Mark, you beat Andy Cowley on my channel. I think that's a first. So, Tom, Kilo Bravo 6, Sierra, Nevada. Yes, I said Sierra, Nevada. Deal with it, folks. KB6 SSN, Tom and Larry, KO6IHJ, are the Confederate Sun 1 YouTube page. And they post a little fun. They've mostly been doing shorts, and Tom and I had a nice conversation about this morning on the local repeater. But they've mostly been doing shorts on getting older equipment repaired. Yes, they did do a few things with the FTM 510, but we want to know. And Tom, I hope you're still in chat. Sound off if you're still in chat. We want to know what you think they should do on their page, and I'm gonna drop their link because I promised him I would do that. Come on, where's there we go. But go check them out. They're currently at 219 subs, so not a whole lot. They're doing this for fun, but they're doing uh old school radios and repairs to it and amplifiers and all that. They just were working with a Palstar 2K the other day. So go check them out. All
What
right. It looks like we're
what
done.
and what do they want to know?
What they should do. What would you like them to do? Ah, there we go. Tom's still in chat. So at Confederate Son 1 in chat, or just drop the ideas of what you think they should do with their channel. Let them know.
Okay.
Or go,
And
go, go.
what is Burr Thrust Calgary?
That must be Bert. The way I read that, that's Bert Hurst in Calgary.
Okay, I would like S words for 300, Alex.
All right, so looks like Boondock's done. It said update complete and then error in ping twice.
Yeah, don't worry about the error and ping. Go ahead and restart. There's one of our data. We've got some of our internal data servers, and we've also got cloud servers. And the one in Ohio is down for maintenance, so everything's pushed over to the California server. And well, there's a whole thing happening today in the background. It's a KC problem. Okay, up at the top. Don't let it scroll too far. Get that MAC address. Boondock MAC 38182B7 something.
Let's go copy.
And then go over to boondockecho.com and
back to the dashboard page.
Yep, configure your device.
Now
we're gonna
remember,
have to...
this is crop padded on, so there we go. It took me to the wiki, to the documents. That's interesting. Let me.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's go back.
I'll turn that off, and I'll cover each of us a little bit.
That's just fine. Okay, go ahead and just close that then, if that's the way it's going to be. Scroll down to My Devices. There you go. Click that.
And then over here, register new device.
That's it. Except it's not on screen.
Yeah, I know.
And you've got an Echo.
Yep.
And you've got a MAC address.
And paste and register.
Yeah, now we could have also probably done this from your phone once we got the firmware working on there. And there's some other, there's like 3 different ways we can do it with different levels of difficulty. This is difficulty level 2.
I got to make it difficult for you, Mark. I'm sorry.
No, we got to make it. We have to make it easier, right?
Right.
So anyhow, you're online. Your Echo's online, so now you can feed it audio. Do you have an audio stream that you can take audio and just put it in?
I'm literally done. And yes, that is audio in, so we're good there.
All right. Something I will warn people, and I think this is a very important warning, especially for Frank, is this device is capable of entertaining ground loops. Now,
my best friend, Mr. Ground Loop.
I just want to explain this, right? Because what we have is, what radio is that plugged into, Frank?
It is plugged into good grief. Which Radio Shack scanner is this? I don't even remember.
How is that scanner powered?
12 volts.
So there's a wall wart of some sort that is taking 120 volts AC and it is converting it into 12 volts DC.
No. It's directly plugged into my Astron power supply, 12 volts.
Okay, so your Astron power supply, the negative rail, the ground rail on that power supply
Yes.
is at some voltage, and that is plugged in, and it's ground on the radio. The radio does whatever the radio does, and then there's a ground on the audio out that is now grounding the Boondock Echo.
Okay.
The micro USB is plugged into your computer. That computer has a different ground.
Yes.
That ground then goes through the cable, and so you have two things that are supposed to be at the same voltage. They could be at very different voltages. So there could be a current traveling in the ground of the audio input and then out the ground of the USB, or vice versa.
I hope not.
Well, it can
But
happen. And the way that you do that is you put in some sort of galvanic isolation by means of, say, a audio isolation transformer.
Hollywood's already on it. Don't be feeding it speaker level audio.
We we have a capacitor in there because people do. It doesn't um, it doesn't save the audio quality, but it at least saves the device. But he's right. Speaker level audio needs to be attenuated. I forget what the number is. Is it like 30 decibels? Does that sound right, Hollywood?
We'll wait for him to respond. And Cyber Jason, yes, my Astron power supply wallboard. Absolutely. All 30 amps of it.
It's more like a desk turtle. It's a little bigger than a wall wart.
Yeah. Hollywood says yes.
Cool. So anyhow, you've got audio coming in now.
Yes.
So now we can start setting up and playing with the device. Um, Once it starts getting audio, you're going to see it at the received. So if you go over on the left, there's going to be a receive tab once we get this set up. And that's where your audio is going to start showing up.
Okay.
Yes, to receive. Yeah, everybody closes it. But let's go back to my docs and let's set up a couple things, and we'll talk about a couple things.
All right, back into my devices.
Yep, go to settings.
Okay.
So the Boondock Echo has a speaker built in. Some people don't like that. You can turn it off.
Yeah, I'm actually hearing my scanner traffic through it already.
Yeah, so it's got different volume levels that you can set, or you can mute it. It's no big deal. You can choose to record or not, and we'll talk about record sensitivity in a minute because that setting's changing. So why would you want to record or not record? Do you want to record on device? So we can store something crazy like 14 days of audio on device before it starts overwriting old files, which is a ton.
Lot.
But that's great because if you lose internet or Wi-Fi or you're out in the desert or whatever, when you come plug the device and it gets Wi-Fi again, it'll upload all that stuff to our servers and then it'll go off and do its thing.
Can you put a bigger SD card in, or is it limited to the 32?
It's limited to 32,
Okay.
and that is a limitation of the ESP32. There's no real easy way to hack that. And really, dude, that's a ton of audio.
It is.
You know, but yeah, if you put in a 64, it's still going to only ever access 32 gigabytes of it. So Don't worry about that. Okay, record sensitivity. If you can imagine, tell you what, let me see if something's up.
I'm just
okay. I want you to
real quick because I was bugging me.
Yeah, do that. do that.
All right.
I want you to open up a new browser window for a moment.
Done.
And I want you to go to the website troubleshoot.boondockecho.com. I'm going to put it in chat.
Okay.
So this is going to, put in your name. Your name's Frank.
I thought it was Narf, but okay.
Connect device.
Yes. And we're going to make sure it's the right one. Failed.
Now, I don't.
Hold on. It didn't like the yeah, everything's plugged in. It didn't like the COM port this time.
Okay, it might not work because it might need the new firmware for us to be able to use this.
Aha.
but I figured let's try it just in case Casey has it backwards compatible. I don't know that he does.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay, then let's not worry about it. Let's stay back on boondockecho.com. We won't play with
Okay.
this. But it helps us set the levels. So you imagine that the audio has, 0, I don't know what it is, minus 120 dB, and high, high levels, let's call it minus 10 dB. And anywhere in that range, we need to set a trigger level for where it's going to click audio.
Okay.
So if you're not seeing anything, move that number around. If the sensitivity's cranked up to like 100, it'll record everything, including static.
Ooh.
So let's put it at like 80% for right now. Um,
How
this
about
is a
70?
confusing. Sure, this is a if we have to move it, we have to move it. But this is a confusing thing because it's doing it right now based on the maximum input and output of the devices. That could be disconnected from the maximum and minimums of your audio.
Right.
Does that make sense? So we
Yes.
we rejiggered that in the new firmware. So this is one of the things where you just kind of have to move it around. Um, Go ahead and click more settings, and I'll walk you through a couple other things
Sorry, I
down at
was
the bottom.
reading chat for a second. Click more settings. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Max size. So the way that this firmware works is it will record audio in file chunks. This is where
All
you're
right.
setting it, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. It isn't until that file is written that it is sent to our servers and the transcription process begins.
Okay.
So shorter files are going to get you results back faster. Longer files are going to get you things
Oh.
back slower. Dude, don't break stuff. That's not cool.
Hey, I didn't. So when you click to adjust the number manually, let's see if I punch in 38.
That's a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that way.
So I just found KC a bug to work on.
Yeah, you found Nandini a bug to work on. This is a front end problem. Drag that. Just go ahead and use the slider for now and drag it over to whatever number you want. Maximum is 180. Um,
We'll just
30
keep it in.
seconds is reasonable.
We'll keep it in
Silence.
30 seconds.
How much silence are you okay with before we should say, okay, well, that person stopped talking and we should just start a new file?
I think 3 seconds for now would be good.
Yeah, so you can adjust that. If you're doing a net and people tend to, jump right in, maybe you want to knock that down to 1 second. If you're doing something where you're listening to firefighter dispatch audio and you want to, it just depends.
Right.
So you get to set that out. Okay, so transmit, we've actually got 3 safeguards to keep people from transmitting that aren't supposed to. This is one of them. Um, Auto transcribe, go ahead and turn that on.
That's a button.
Yeah, it's a click. There you go.
That
Leave
that
auto.
so that's hidden. There's no. It's not
Yeah,
obvious. Oh, if I look on my display at least it's obvious, but if I look down here on OBS I can just barely see it.
yeah, I'm having trouble seeing it too. Go ahead and click save. Okay. So in this version of this firmware, we're using MQTT to do the settings back and forth. The latest, greatest firmware, everything you guys are going to see is going to be API based. So
Okay.
it's going to change a little from the back end side. Okay, so go to back out of that and let's do hit manage and let's manage a station.
All right.
So just tell us what it is you're listening to and what frequency you're on. The reason that we have these different um, categories and different whatever is we can actually tweak the model. Well, one, we can have trained models. Our commercial users have trained models, but for our consumer grade stuff, we just tweak the prompts and we say, hey, you're listening to firefighter dispatch audio, pay special attention to street names, and quints and all this other stuff.
Right.
Um, so whenever you're done, click save.
And then back.
Yep.
Oh, it
And
went
then
all the
go,
way back.
and then go to received, and hopefully we'll start getting some audio in.
Well,
It
there's
looks like
one.
it's got a message. Hit
It,
play and see if it heard anything.
it's just 1 second long.
Well, play it. Anything? Or is it just a.
Oh, you're not hearing that. It's available and then it fades off. Yeah, so they got a little bit of it there.
Okay, so the two settings that you're going to be playing around with. One is the audio level on your scanner.
Right.
Is it headphone out?
Yes.
So just freaking crank it. You're not gonna hurt the Boondock. You might clip and screw up your transcription. And
Well, I'm at 12 o'clock straight up. So, and by the way, it is because I have a second. I actually have three of these. It is the Radio Shack Pro 197. So
nice.
old school, but hey, it's nice and it
Works
does
just
the
fine.
trick. And it was the first thing I could find here in the Shack studio that I could use today.
It's fine. Do we know if any audio is coming in?
I can hear it on the Boondock speaker when they're talking. Right now, I just have it listening to the one channel, but I can put it into scan mode.
Well,
And
just
it's
whatever you want to do. But the two things we're going to screw with are the volume and the sensitivity.
okay.
We can also adjust the gain, um, either down to minus 6 dB or up like 12 dB. But every time you do that, you have to restart the device.
Aha.
Oh yeah, no attest. We do that all the time, Hollywood.
I, Hollywood, that's the funny thing about it. I don't think.
Your echo.
I do have. Usually, I cannot hear the weather stations. So for me to hear them is quite interesting. They took like three of them in my area offline.
Lame.
So let me go back into my devices, go into settings.
And you
Let me
said the volume levels at 12 o'clock high.
yeah.
How far to the right does it go? Does it go to 11?
That's 5 o'clock now. Yeah.
Okay, just give it a minute and see if it picks anything up. Remember, it's looking for 30-second.
Well, I'm
It's
run-
looking.
that's the weather station. So oh
Okay,
yeah, it's picking stuff up.
there you go. So now you just have to tweak. We got Boondock. Frank's on the boom. What? Come here, Echo. Come in. Okay, so it's rocking. It's doing its thing. There's a live mode you need to turn on.
Okay.
Over to the right. There you go. Then it'll auto refresh.
Oh, it's one of those invisible switch. I had to look down at OBS to see it.
Yep. Um, and then
Let me turn the
let's play.
speaker back down now that we have it.
Double click on the Boondock. Double click the plus sign to mute it.
And the sensitivity, I actually have to bring way up. So let me. Oh. It didn't adjust the speaker volume. That's interesting.
Double click the plus sign on the dock itself, on the physical box.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Now what do we do?
Okay, so let's scroll down. Audio profile.
Audio profile.
So if you decide you're going to be listening to Fire, this is where you can create a custom audio profile for Fire. You want it to listen to Cloverfield, Cloverdale.
Cloverdale.
Listen for Cloverdale or listen for whatever. You wanted to listen to your street name to know if your place is on fire.
Oh
You can
God,
set
that's not two house fires. That's enough for me.
right, but this is where you can set that up. You can train it to pay special attention to it. Alert.
Wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mark, hold on one second. Tim, you come in here. You ask where the neon frame is. I put it up on Mark, and then you say I don't listen well. I listened very well.
What?
Hi, Gray Man.
Hey, Tim. Um, all right. So alert is the fun one.
Okay.
So if you go down to alert, which is the second from bot, it's right above update firmware.
Yes, managing alerts.
So this is where you can create alerts. So if somebody says, KG6 and LW, um, you can set it up to email you. Or if you have an IFTTT, if this then that, you
Right.
can integrate it to this as well. So all of those messages that you just saw, you could do like a wildcard alert, which alerts everything, and it just takes all that and just dumps it into an Excel file through IFTTT. You could have KG6 NLW, and when that alerts, it emails you, and it will say, hey, somebody's talking about you on the radio, son. It'll send you the audio message and the transcription that it picked up.
Let's just we're gonna read. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do this the fun way. Manual program new conventional 146520 save.
Hi, Echo.
All right, that's turned on, and I am going to put this radio over to the ham. Oh, wait, that's right. That radio doesn't work with this. We're going to use the Baofeng. We're going to use the Bao. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, okay. My in-ear headset got turned off somehow.
Oh, no.
That's okay. All right. KG6NLW. Wait, was I on a squelch tone? No, I was not on the squelch tone. KG6NLW.
Boondock Echo, the audio interface to the Internet of Things. That's right, Hollywood. You could, I mean, theoretically say, this is um, WCB64. I can't really read it on this screen. It's all blurry. WCBE640, open my garage door and make it do it. You could do that with this, which is really cool. Am I able to
Oh.
share a screen or no?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay, well, you keep doing your thing first. I wanted to share something. I want to show people the commercial interface
So
because it's
that's interesting. So the second one here, that's me IDing saying squelch should be fine, and then this sounds like it was me too. Let's see. Let me hit the play button.
I can't read it.
Yeah, that's me saying KG6NLW. Apparently, I said NL.Y.
So um, that is where the audio profiles can tweak things.
Okay.
So you can say, I'm listening to ham radio. Pay attention to the phonetic alphabet.
Okay. Well, I just
Now,
said KG6NLW. I didn't phoneticize it, but that is
no,
good to know.
I'm just saying that is where, or you can say, pay attention to letters and numbers. Pay attention to the phonetic alphabet. Once you tell it's a ham channel, and this is where we should ask KC, but once you tell it you're listening to ham, it should know to pay attention to letters, numbers, and the phonetic versions of the letters.
Now, it should have, if and we did this nice and simple, but I swear I set up an alert. Didn't I set up an alert?
Did we save it? I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure I hit save, but we'll do it again. Yes, my device. Alert via email, active, save. All right, I have to
Invalid.
enter. After the keyword, I have to enter. I forgot that
Okay,
part.
there
All
we
right,
go.
success. Audio alert created successfully. Yeah, there's two of them in there now. That's weird.
Okay, so that's just a UI thing.
So I'm going to come back over to my device, or no, into received. I got to do this right. I was not on a squatched tump. Okay, that's I love that. I was not on the squatch tump. No, I was not on the squatch tump. KG6 in Aldea. Okay, got gotta love quick translation sometimes. All right, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey KG6 NLW doing a test.
I would comment that you did not say W, you said Dulya.
I always say W.
You didn't say W, you said Dulya. Like if you go back and watch like the last 30 seconds of the transmission, that was not a letter that has ever
Hmm.
existed in the English alphabet or a
It,
pronunciation thereof.
it's my accent. I'll do it again. KG6NLW doing a radio test.
Okay, guys, out there in chat line, is that just me or is he not saying W? He's saying Dulya.
Oh, we went over this. What was it? Was it on Kids Table or was it last Friday that we went over stuff? I don't say my W's. I don't say them right at all. Let's see here. Transcribe audio.
It'll do it automatically too.
Oh, okay.
So we've got queues set up. Um, and the commercial wins,
Right.
consumer is second, and that just give it a second, and if it doesn't, we'll.
Oh, hey. Okay. So now the email came in.
You got an email.
Yes.
Let's show everybody. Let's show everybody in TV land. What?
And it caught the it caught the long form as well as the short form call.
And it can get better when you do the audio profile training. It
But
takes it up like
it didn't transcribe the whole thing. It was doing a radio test.
whoops.
Hey, it happens, right? So let me move
Hey,
that back off screen here,
they can't all be winners.
right? But hey,
But
it
hit
works.
it worked. Hit play on that
So
audio and
I don't think you guys are going to hear this.
no, but I want to know if it captured the whole audio.
Actually, hold on. Yes, you can. Oh, yeah. So I cut either it cut itself off because it didn't hear audio for a second or 3 seconds, or I somehow unkeyed too quickly. So it
Okay,
did
so
transcribe correctly because it cut off at doing A.
yeah, so but again, that's where you go around and you play with sensitivity and the silence time, because for it, silence time isn't like for you and me when it's silent. It's like, well, when did you fall below that threshold level and for how long?
Right.
In this version of the software, Casey's got some new things that'll be coming out in the next version, which should just be 2 to 3 weeks away. I'm told every 2 to 3 weeks.
I was going to say.
No, like I said, man, we're just killing the poor guy. But we've got a new firmware programmer.
W, not W. KG6NLW.
You're saying Dulya, Dullya, Dulya.
And then Hollywood says I'm saying it like George W. Bush.
W, you just that we would pick up, but you're saying Dulya.
That is so weird. Maybe it's because of
You're so weird.
because it's the NLW. Because when I say W just fine.
Yeah, when you say W, you're saying W. When you
Right.
say your call sign, it's NL Dulya.
That is so weird.
I know.
That
but
that
I'm
that's
just,
a, that's a Frank brain thing. That's all that
you
is.
know, I'll share this with the internet. I spent 9 months in speech therapy as a child because we lived a year in Georgia.
Well, now if you had kept the Georgian accent,
I still can't say ours correctly. I've never learned how to roll them. But anyways, okay. So here's what we did today. We got Frank online. Tim, you're next. I'm coming for you, gray man. So now you get to play. You get to see what it's all about,
exactly.
and figure out if this is something that's useful for you. If
Now,
not, no worries.
oh, it's definitely going to be useful for me. It's going to be useful for my community too because so with all the wildfires we've had since 2017, I've been the one to disseminate information that is accurate and informational. People have been going
Nice.
people have been going, "Frank, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" Now I can be like, "Here, recording, enjoy."
There you go. Grayman, Grayman, hablo un poco de español, pero solo un poco de español. Pero no puedo say R. Like I can do like a pirate R. I never learned how to roll them. But yeah, yo vivo en Los Angeles, California.
Yeah,
A lot of people speak Spanish out here. But anyways, okay. What other
it's
comments do we have?
well,
KG6NLW. Yes, that is exactly what he should say, Hollywood. Check out the
that's
W something repeater today.
oh, that's
You
just
don't
Nightbot.
you don't
Uh,
roll R's in Jer and then Hollywood says, Mark, I had therapy too, and look what a magnificent job they did. Yeah.
I mean Hollywood's voice is something else, absolutely. But KG6NLW.
That's perfect.
But that so that was me going slow and thinking about it. If I'm just, checking into a net, KG6NLW.
Okay, so you can do that. It's just Boondock ain't gonna it's not programmed for that.
It's not programmed for Frank speak, is what you're saying. Well, Casey should have known better, and he should have already had that programmed in, right?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
So,
So, well, cool, man. I hope you like it. Remember, well, first of all, go buy a Boondock. You can absolutely do that. But if you want to get started in our ecosystem and you don't want to spend a bunch of money, you can get started for 25 bucks with the Tango. We did a build over on Nuggets 3 weeks in a row. This is temporary offline's channel.
oh yes,
And yeah, you can really get started for like 25 bucks. We built it off of a commercially available audio kit, ESP32 audio kit by not Maker Fabs, by somebody, I don't remember who, but you can really get started. It does the same thing. Everything we do is in the cloud. The box is just an interface to the audio stream of the radio. And there's a lot of different ways we can solve that problem with an analog to digital converter of some sort. So give it a shot. It's a lot of fun.
apparently, and yes, my mesh tastic's going off. Gray man, which banner, Tim, is squished like my video? I know it's not Mark, because I made Mark nice here. We'll get a nice big shot of Mark here. Remember, Mark, we're in 1080 right now.
Oh, those poor people. I'm fresh off of the CERT training field. While we're on 1080, check this out. Our graphic designer did this for us, right? I'm excited to start sending these out. So cool, Frank. Well, man, this has been a blast. I had a good time.
The one I had on the bottom of the scene. Oh, you mean that? Well, for starters, that camera's not even there anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I had it so that I could fit Mark up here because Mark was up here like this. That was down there like that, and then me here in this little corner. So yeah, that one got squished a little bit, but it's still size appropriate. Oh, oops. Hold on, Mark.
Oh,
There we go.
if you go back and watch the stream, we did joke time at the Apollo earlier. That was fun.
Yeah, well, Frank caught his audio his audio and video all reset.
Yeah, Frank might be getting a strike because of me. I don't know, but
I don't think so.
that's a Frank problem.
I don't think I will. The
Nah, you'll be
comments
fine.
banner. Oh, the pop chat banner. This thing. That's not squished.
So, Frank has some overnight streams that are popular for reasons nobody fathoms, but they're popular. You can listen to him just scanning and listening to audio as you drift off to sleep. I know you're thinking, like, well, who does that? And I've seen the stats. He gets like 100 additional watch hours a night and
At
like 8 to
least.
10 subs a night. I don't know why, but people are listening to that. So there must be something pretty cool. I'm asleep during that time. Otherwise, I would too. He's also got Coffee Break Net where he turns on and listens to
The coffee
some
break net.
repeater, the Coffee Break Net. So check those out. Oh, before we go, I would like to show you the commercial stream
Well,
if I
you.
can. Cause
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you pull that up. I'm gonna pull up. Uh, let's see. Where's we'll go with last night's stream stats actually. Analytics. Oh, this is just based off of post stream. Actually, no. Where's my? Oh yeah, I can do it over here. Do 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 do. Oh, I didn't send you this morning's stats, but we have the other night's stats. Let me
I'm ready
go.
to share whenever you're ready for me to be on screen.
Okay, let me just share this real quick. No, that's not the right screen, computer. Oh boy. Okay. Turn that off. Turn this on. Here we go. And I don't know why that's out of focus there. But oh, I think I know. There we go. 834 views, uh 283 chats, most of them night bought, 19 likes, and 15 new subscribers. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts.
And I I don't know why,
I don't know why either. That's the fun part
but
about it.
it works. So you do it.
All right, let me. Yeah, sorry. The neon around you is going away because I can't move both at the same time. All right.
Okay. So this is our commercial interface. This is running on a box in my office, and I got really lousy radio reception. I live in a canyon, but it just sits there, and one of them's just scanning around, and then the other one is actually just latched to the only channel that comes through reliably, which is dispatch 5. Now, Engine 20 the other day had, I mean, they had some excitement going. They
Yeah.
really did. They really did. And there was a fight and they were just chilling. So you could, if you were Engine 20, say select messages, and I'm just going to do this quickly without looking, but you could just sit there and say, okay, well, these messages are pertinent to the call, create an incident. We see what time the radio traffic started. We see what time the radio traffic ended. You can put in whatever else you want to describe it, and then we're going to give you the transcripts and the audio in a file that you can take back home and show your captain. So it really is that quick, which is pretty cool, right? Um, this was another one the other day where there was something happening and the fire department needed police. So all of these things are just they're there for you, and when you're done, you just download them and you're good to go, or you play them back. It's completely up to you.
771 copy. Thank you. I'm on.
So anyhow, that is incident reports. That is one of the things that we're selling. But I want to show you what Engine 20 did. Um, is my audio going to come through, Frank?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Because we heard the transmission that you just played a couple seconds ago.
So this is engine 20 from 3 days ago. This is their audio. I just cut out some of the breaks.
That we're not hearing.
Oh, okay. Let's try this. Are you seeing an image of a firefighter, Mark?
Yeah, yes.
Let's see if we hear audio.
LA from
Yes.
20. We still got the fight still happening out in Gators. You got a pretty big crowd watching the fight. We got public safety on scene, but you might want to expedite sheriff. I think the public safety is kind of overwhelmed. LA from
Which I just love. I mean, just stone cold calm. No F's to give. They're just sitting there like, yeah, you better send some more cops. There aren't enough.
Right.
It's just, I love it. So, anyhow, Frank, it has been a blast. Any final questions before I get out of here?
I don't think so. I dropped your link for Boondock Echo. That's where one can find all the pertinent information for you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's new Tango firmware coming out shortly. We'll do an announcement on that after we've got a phased rollout. We want to get some beta test information back first, and then we'll announce it. But hopefully within the next couple of weeks. And then after that, the Echo will get the new firmware.
Fantastic. And then I am dropping, if my mouse will behave, there we go. I'm dropping the YouTube side so that people can go watch all the fun shorts that you post, because we definitely need those watched because they are hilarious.
Some of them.
Especially that one you just shared. Absolutely great.
Wasn't
Uh,
there another one that was pretty funny?
There,
I-
there's one other that you were debating whether or not to put up, or you did put up, or
Oh, I remember the policeman who transferred to the fire service.
yeah,
Let's leave that one alone for now.
yeah.
But that one was, I thought that one was hilarious.
About the
So.
only major thing I can come up with here, and we're at time with this one. Hollywood's been mesmerized by Mark's panel antenna with 4-beam reflectors on the wall.
I cannot tell you how much time I spent picking out artwork for this house.
A lot of time.
Actually, I can. None. I'm the nail guy. How do you think it looks? Great. Actually, my dad was the best though. You'd ask him like, what do you think we should put on the wall? His answer was paint. One color, off-white. That was it.
The proper answer is whatever you want, honey. I'm sure it will look fine.
Not, I'm sure it will look fine. It does look fine.
Touche. So, Hollywood, you have Mark's wife to thank for that.
Yes. Not me. I DGAF. I don't even know where you'd find something like this. I don't know what it means. I remember so last story of the night. This was pretty hilarious in a sad way. So we had a foster daughter over, and some police from LA County sheriffs came over to talk to her about something that happened, and this was one of the reasons she was placed in home. Like nothing we did, right? So they're sitting in our living room, just kind of looking around, and there's like giant wine poster on the wall, and wine cork, like a whole collection of wine corks up in the corner, and wine bottles like artwork. So they're like, "You guys really enjoy wine, don't you?" And at that point, I'm like, "Where did that come from?" Right? I'm like, "I don't drink wine at all." I was like, maybe we better redecorate. This isn't a good look.
Probably, yeah. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Fridays with Frank. It's a wrap. I didn't see anything from Digital Rancher. I'm not going to be able to go long tonight, so Mark, hang tight. I'll be back with you in a second. But do you have
Cool.
anything for the chat before I drop you out of the main screen here?
No, thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight, guys. We really appreciate you
Well, we'll
and
see.
the interactions.
And we'll hear Mark Saturday during the after chat, I'm sure.
Oh, you know it.
All right, Mark, hang tight. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's done and wrapped. Boondock Echo is working. Boondock Echo is a thing. If you haven't checked out Boondock Echo yet, you should go check out Boondock Echo. Links in chat. So go have fun with that. Tomorrow morning, coffee break net. And don't forget to go tell Tom KB6SSN over on Confederate Sun 1 what you think they should do with the channel. Until next time, 73, put on y'all.